Melody is making it clear that if money is owed to her, she is going to collect it. And honestly, a lot of people are saying that is exactly how it should be. This situation with Martell is not just about money. It is about respect, responsibility, and accountability. When two people have history, children, and years of public drama behind them, every court move becomes bigger than just paperwork. It becomes a message. And right now, the message from Melody seems very clear. Run my money. Reports are saying that after the court decision where Melody was awarded full physical custody of their 4 children, Martell was also ordered to pay a judgment of $7,000. That amount did not stop there, because with interest added and fees connected to the garnishment process, the total reportedly moved past $8,000. That may not sound huge to some people, especially when talking about public figures, but the point is not the amount. The point is that it was ordered, it was due, and it still was not handled. That is where people started paying attention again. Because if someone owes you money through a legal judgment and they still do not pay, eventually the next step has to happen. And that next step looks like garnishment. It is not personal at that stage. It becomes process. It becomes the court stepping in to make sure the responsibility is handled. A lot of people are praising Melody for staying firm and not allowing emotions to make her back down. There is often pressure placed on women, especially mothers, to be soft in situations like this. People start saying things like, "He is still the father of your children. Do not make things harder. Think about the bigger picture." But many women are tired of hearing that. Because the bigger picture also includes fairness, stability, and protecting your household. If someone owes support, if someone has legal responsibilities, that should not be ignored just because of public sympathy. Being the father of the children does not cancel accountability. In fact, it should increase it. And many people feel Melody understands that clearly. She is not being bitter. She is being consistent. What makes this situation even more interesting is that Melody has built a strong life for herself outside of the marriage. She has her businesses, her beauty brand, her music, and multiple ways of earning income. Many people point out that she probably does not need that $7,000 to survive. But again, that is not the point. If money is owed, it is owed. Sometimes when a woman is successful, people try to use that success against her. They say things like, "She already has enough, let it go, move on." But success does not mean people get to disrespect you financially. If anything, letting it slide can send the wrong message. It tells the other person that consequences do not matter. Melody seems to be saying no to that idea. And honestly, this fits her pattern. She has shown over time that she is not interested in protecting bad behavior just to keep peace. She has been very clear about boundaries. She has been very clear about protecting herself and her children. So this latest move does not feel surprising. It feels like a continuation of that same mindset. Now, while Melody is handling money issues with Martell, another legal battle is growing around Destiny and her ex-husband Leberic. And this one is messy in a completely different way, because it involves parenting, custody, and the very emotional subject of co-parenting a child. Leberic has reportedly filed new legal paperwork asking the court to hold Destiny in contempt. And not just that, he is asking for jail time. According to the filing, he wants 5 days of jail for each issue he says she violated. That immediately made people stop and pay attention because once jail is mentioned, everything feels more serious. The complaints listed are not small either. He says Destiny has interfered with phone calls between him and their son, Law. He says she has not allowed him to make up missed parenting time. He says she has been late during custody exchanges. He also says she has not properly updated him on medical appointments, making it harder for him to be involved in important moments related to their son's health. That last part is getting a lot of attention because medical decisions are serious, especially when there is mention of a 504 plan. For those who may not know, a 504 plan usually connects to support for a child in school when there are medical needs or learning challenges involved. It means there are specific needs that require attention and planning. Because of that, Leberic is arguing that education and medical decisions overlap. Right now, Destiny reportedly handles medical decisions while he handles education and extracurricular decisions. But he wants more involvement in the medical side too, saying that it directly affects the educational side. Honestly, many people are saying that point sounds fair. If your child has needs that affect both school and health, both parents should be informed and involved. It should not feel like one parent is shut out. If he truly feels like he is missing important appointments or being informed too late, that can create real frustration. Of course, people also understand that court filings are one side of the story. Just because something is written does not mean every detail is fully proven. That is important to remember. Nobody outside that family truly sees every exchange, every phone call, or every late pickup, so public opinion can only go so far. Still, the request for jail time changes the tone. That makes it feel less like normal co-parenting frustration and more like a serious legal fight. Some people believe the judge will not actually order that kind of jail time, especially if the issues can be corrected through other solutions. Others think courts are becoming less patient when custody orders are ignored. One idea people are bringing up is the use of parenting apps. Some divorced parents use apps where every message, every schedule update, and every appointment notice is documented. That way, there is less confusion and less room for arguing about who said what. It also gives the court clear records if needed. That kind of system might actually help in a case like this. If medical appointments are being shared late, the app would show it. If someone is missing calls or exchanges, the records would help explain what happened. Sometimes, structure helps more than emotion. The bigger issue here is that co-parenting only works when both people trust the process. Once trust breaks down, everything becomes a fight. A late pickup becomes disrespect. A missed phone call becomes control. A forgotten update becomes a legal issue. It all gets heavier. Destiny has always carried herself as strong and independent, but legal battles like this remind people that strength does not remove stress. Co-parenting conflict can drain anyone. And when it becomes public, it adds another layer, because now people are watching and judging from the outside. This is why many people are waiting to see what the judge decides. If the court sides more with Leberic, it could change the entire custody structure moving forward. If the judge feels the complaints are exaggerated, then it may settle differently. But either way, it shows that peace between them is clearly not where it needs to be. And while those serious court stories are happening, Stormy brought a completely different kind of drama by talking about Martell in a way that had people laughing, judging, and side-eyeing all at once. Stormy said what many women apparently tell her. She said women think Martell is hot. According to her, love him or hate him, people see him as attractive, and he brings attention. That was part of her reason for wanting him involved in her live with Lala Anthony. Now, this made people react fast because Martell's image is always complicated. Yes, people know he gets attention for looks. That has never really been the debate. The real issue is everything else connected to him. Looks may get attention, but character keeps respect. And that is where opinions split. Stormy seemed to be looking at it from a business and entertainment angle. She wanted energy, attention, and someone who could match the excitement of having a big guest like Lala Anthony. In that kind of space, controversy can work in your favor. Martell brings reactions. People talk when his name comes up. That creates clicks. From that angle, booking him makes sense. He is available, people know him, and people will watch to see what happens. Some even joked that she picked him because she knew he had time and would definitely say yes. Harsh, but that is how people talk online. She also seemed to believe he would bring flirt energy to the live, especially with someone like Lala Anthony there. That kind of playful chemistry creates moments people remember. Reality TV and social media both thrive on those moments. What makes Melody's situation even stronger in the eyes of many people is the fact that she has stayed focused for so long. She did not rush to social media every single time something happened. She did not keep trying to prove herself with long emotional speeches. Instead, she let actions speak. That matters because when someone is constantly defending themselves online, people start to question the truth. But when someone moves quietly and handles things through legal steps, it creates a different kind of respect. Many viewers feel that Melody learned the hard way that peace does not come from being silent. Sometimes, peace comes from finally enforcing boundaries. If the court said support is owed, then collecting that support is not drama. It is responsibility. It is structure. And when children are involved, structure matters even more. There is also the emotional side that people do not talk about enough. It is exhausting when someone keeps making your life harder than it needs to be. It is exhausting to explain basic responsibility over and over. At some point, people stop asking nicely and start using the systems that exist to protect them. That is where Melody seems to be now. Some fans are even saying this is bigger than the money because it shows her children something important. It teaches them that respect matters. It teaches them that their mother will not allow herself to be treated unfairly. Children notice more than people think. They watch how parents handle pressure, disappointment, and disrespect. At the same time, Martell continues to deal with the consequences of choices that have followed him for years. Every new issue brings people right back to old conversations. It is not just about missing one payment. It becomes part of a larger image that many people already have about him. Fair or unfair, that image is hard to escape. That is why even small updates turn into big discussions. People are not reacting to one event. They are reacting to years of frustration built up from watching the same patterns repeat. So when they hear Melody is pushing forward legally, many people do not see it as harsh. They see it as overdue. Now with Destiny and Leberic, the emotional weight is different because custody battles hit people in a very personal way. Money issues are stressful, but parenting issues feel even heavier because they involve a child who is caught in the middle. When one parent says they are being blocked from important moments, people react strongly because most people agree that children deserve both parents involved when possible. If medical appointments are being missed or important updates are not being shared, that creates concern fast. At the same time, people also know that co-parenting stories are never simple. There are always details the public does not know. Sometimes one parent feels shut out, while the other feels overwhelmed. Sometimes, both people believe they are doing the right thing and still end up in conflict. That is why this situation feels so complicated. Leberic may truly feel like he is fighting to stay connected and informed. Destiny may feel like she is carrying more than people realize and being blamed unfairly. Both things can exist at once. The mention of domestic violence-related work also made people pause, because once that kind of topic enters a custody case, emotions rise even more. It changes how people interpret everything. It can create sympathy, doubt, or deeper questions depending on how it is presented. People online are already divided. Some feel Leberic is trying to control the situation too much. Others feel he is simply asking for what any involved father would want. That split will probably continue until more facts come out. But one thing that stands out is how serious the court language has become. Asking for jail time is not a light move. It sends a message that he believes this is beyond normal disagreement. Whether the judge agrees is another story, but the request itself shows how tense things have become. This is why some fans are saying both of them may need more structure instead of more arguments. A parenting app, clearer rules, and stronger boundaries could help more than public frustration. Because when co-parenting becomes a constant fight, the child feels that energy, even if nobody says it directly. And then there is Stormy, whose comments about Martell brought a totally different energy into the conversation. While Melody and Destiny are dealing with serious legal matters, Stormy brought people back to the messy mix of attraction, image, and public opinion. Her saying women think Martell is hot was not exactly shocking, but it still got people talking because it reminded everyone how image works in reality TV. People can dislike someone's behavior and still admit they get attention. That tension creates endless debate. Some people laughed and said Stormy was just being honest. Others said it was embarrassing to keep giving attention to someone whose actions have caused so much damage. But from a business point of view, she was probably thinking about views, engagement, and reaction.